people ask me for another AR-15 video, more information about it, maybe how to do some easy mods to it, and so here's the clip. Alright, before we start this clip, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to put in this clip. This clip's going to be kind of big, probably end up putting it in 2 clips, and there's a lot of stuff I'm going to put in it. So instead of you watching the whole thing and finding out there's nothing you need to know, I'm just going to tell you right away, so if you don't hear anything that you want to know about it, turn the clip off now and that's it. I'm going to answer some questions. I get asked a lot about the AR. I'm going to show some easy to do mods, like the ones I've done myself, very simple to do. I'm going to put down parts. A lot of people want to know like a lot of parts, what they are, what they do. I'm going to put this in the clip, a lot of pictures, detailed parts, stuff like this. Yeah, I know, it ain't totally practical, but some people might want to know. Somebody asked me recently about replacing their A1 upper to A3 style upper. That's basically the flat top design with the pre-continue braille. I'm going to show the basics of doing that. I ain't going to do it because I ain't done it myself, but I'm going to give you the basics of what you need to do it. And I'm also going to do a breakdown clip of how to break down the AR. Yes, I know there's thousands of those out there, but somebody requested it, so I'm going to do it. And that's about it. Alright, where do I get all this stuff? Well, a lot of the stuff I've ordered for the gun store. A lot of people don't know, the firearm stores, basically, if they don't have it in stock, they will order it for you. They're still going to pull a percentage off it, but you won't get it more or less just because you had to order it most of the time. So you should be good on that. Just go up to them, ask them what you need. They usually pull out 4 or 5 huge books, or if it's a newer type, gun store, they might look up in the computer or whatever. But it's basically their job to find you stuff. Now, if you don't want to do that, you might want to get something a little cheaper. You can do stuff like this. Now, I've ordered a lot from these magazines also. This is basically different firearms magazines that you can get. You can either, subscribe to them, or you can just be like me and buy something from them eventually, and then they just start sending you shit for free. It's basically junk mail, but it's good junk mail. Stuff like Brew Class, it's decent prices, not bad. Shooter's Magazine, it's okay, not bad. This is probably the best one right here, DirtCheap.com. It's a really good one right there, man. It's cheaper than dirt, that's what it's called, cheaper than dirt. Great magazine right here, great prices. That's where I got a lot of stuff, that's where I got a lot of stuff with the AR in this video. FireQuest, another good one. And offering on FireQuest is Delta Force magazine. Delta Force usually has good prices too, with a lot of cool stuff that you ain't seen before. So just make sure you check out stuff like that before you go dumping a bunch of money into a gun store. It might be better to check out some magazines because you might get them cheap. Alright, how do I shoot the AR? I get this asked a lot. I basically have 2 shooting positions for shooting the AR. I have the tactical style. Of course, you ain't seen my later clips, same thing, vertical grip, use the thumb like so, use the flat face to tuck in it, use it like so, gives you better stability. Hold the gun in the pocket nice and tight, bend your knees, keep your elbows down, tactical style. All the stuff I've said before, basically shoot it. I have 2 shooting stances. I have the tactical style like I just showed you, and I have the long range style. Basically, this is a modified version of how a lot of Olympic people shoot. They use their body as stabilizers. If you ever seen a lot of Olympic shooters, they actually wear these suits, and they're called tight suits. And basically what they do is they hold their body nice and tight, so they're able to get more rigid. And the basic principle of it is that you take your elbow, you tuck it into your chest a little bit. This creates the platform, so you're transferring your weight down to your feet. You tuck your other elbow in tight as you can also, just about. You kind of spread your legs a little bit and lean back, not really back, but kind of rest your back onto its bones, or, take the stress off your back basically, and just kind of ease into the shot. And you're able to get good stability this way of shooting. For long range shots, that is. Alright, here's a few modifications you can do yourself really easy. The first one, of course, you see I put this M4 style buttstock on here. This is the original one. You don't have to replace this whole buffer tube to do this modification. All you got to do is buy yourself an M4 style, and all you got to do to put it on or pull it off is to pull this latch, and then you can slide it in and off. This is the original that goes on it. Smaller stuff like that. This is the car one, what they call it. And then I wanted this M4 one. I just bought the M4 one, and to install it's just simple as like so, very easy. Alright, now installing the pistol grip is real easy also. Basically all you got to do is, oh, I got a cap in here, put accessories in here, but basically all it is there's a screw at the bottom of this hole, and you unscrew it, pull it out, hold the grip off, and then put another one on. The only thing you got to look at is the little spring here. It's like a safety spring, and you want to put that spring exactly where it was when the old one also, but it's really easy. You'll see how to do it. Very simple. Alright, next easy install is your forearm here. I know it comes with these original Glacier handguards, real simple polymer. You can't really mount nothing on them unless you get the top rails, and then you got to take them off anyways. But the basic principle of taking these off is very simple. See, this is your delta ring here. What you want to do is pull this delta ring back. Helps if you have a friend, but you pull this delta ring back, and it has like a spring in it, and basically you're able to pull this back and then lift. The hats are in here like this. You pull the ring back, and then you're able to lift those out, and then do the same thing to install it. Alright, one thing I wanted to make sure is, if you do get that penny rail type forearm on it, make sure you get these. These are basically plastic covers that go with the pig tin rail. They have, the big fat kind, or they also have the small kind that just fit basically in the grooves. Now, basically, just what I'll do is, this pig tin rail can tear up your hand. It's real tight, it's real rough on your hand. So make sure you get these plastic guards, basically. So, say, even like with a vertical grip, man, my thumb still goes on the side of the firearm. Recoil and doing fast shooting, you could, rough up your thumb a little bit. It may not cut you, but it's basically not the most comfortable thing. So make sure you get some also plastic covers for the pig tin rail also. Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to say is, if you do decide to put a vertical grip on your handguard here, you want to be careful not to pinch off your gas tube. Basically what I mean by that is, if you'll notice in your stock Glacier handguard, that it got a little bit of play to it, it's kind of wobbly. Basically what this is doing is it's hitting up against the gas tube each time, and this can pinch off the gas tube. And like I said, it ain't too big of a problem for civilian type use. They're more finding out in the military, as they're finding out in Iraq right now. But there's two ways to help prevent this. Basically, you can get a nice free floating handguard. Basically that attaches directly to the receiver, and that will create no wobble whatsoever. Or you can kind of do what I did, is get the type of handguard I got. It's basically got like these little nubbies on it. These little nubs, when you slide them in and push it down by your delta ring here, they kind of slide into the grooves of the barrel nut, and this kind of keys them in there, and it creates like, I don't got no wobble to this on the handguard itself, so it helps prevent pinching off the gas tube.